What's up, everybody? It's the Tebits back with some more Star Trek Online. I know during the week I normally do my Star Wars recordings. However, coming up to the very end of the Star Trek Online summer event, and I have to complete just one more instance of the activity to get the free token for the actual reward ship for the summer event. So I figured I'd go ahead and do that today. We could complete the event. We could take a look at the new ship. I can maybe even get Thrawn to use it. I want to go back to following his career. So if I can actually use this ship with him, I probably will. So we're going to log in with Tilla because she's the one that I've been doing the event with. It doesn't really matter if you have multiple characters which one you do the event with. She's just the one that I have some gear specific to Risa on, so it's why I'm using her. There is actually a new event that's just started today too, Defend Pavo, so I'll have to take a look at that and see what's going on there. Alright, here we are on Risa at the main resort. And if we go to my log, you can see the seasonal event, the summer event. I have just one more time to do it, and the daily quest is available. So let's talk to the event coordinator. Pick up Flying High. Move away from some people. Don't really need to do that. As soon as I activate my floater, the quest will start. Right, we got a couple that are in really close proximity to each other. We can buzz the resort, circle the caldera, and then go around the inner caldera. And I tend to just hold the W key to move forward and steer and change my direction just by right-clicking and using the mouse. Go up and down, steer left and right. Your movement just follows the camera at that point. Okay, there's buzzing the resort. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing else really to do on Risa throughout most of the rest of the year. The resort is still here. You can always come and see it, but there's never really any events going on. The winter event used to take place here too, but they changed that a couple of years ago, and that takes place in Q's Wonderland. It's a pocket dimension that Q himself has made. You do a lot of winter-related stuff. You get into snowball fights and fight off snowmen. It's kind of silly, but it's fun nonetheless. Alright, last course. We're going to go around the inside of the caldera now. Alright, there we are. Now we just need to go back to the event coordinator. Risa has a site-to-site transporter, so you can bounce around to different areas of the map a little bit more quickly. And there it is. The event is complete. So let's go into the log again, take a look, and claim the reward. Now, we can do the event again to get bonus dilithium. There's only a couple of days left. I probably won't do it. But in my inventory, I now have the special requisition pack for the Rysian Luxury Cruiser. What we're going to do is beam back up to the ship, Alright, here we are in orbit around Risa. Somebody's already got one of the Corvettes here. There's a couple of them, actually, so it looks like a bunch of people completed their event today. Or recently, I should say. Let's transwarp back to Earth Space Dock. Get a little bit closer and we'll go ahead and dock. And we're going to go down to the starship selection area. I want to make sure that I have room in my, basically my hangar, to make sure I can open this lockbox. This is one of the new premium ships that's right here. It's a updated version of the Grissom class science vessel. If you ever saw Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, Kirk's son and Lieutenant Savick were stationed on the original USS Grissom. It was the science vessel that was monitoring and recording the effects of the Genesis Genesis project after after Khan triggered the Genesis device at the end of the Wrath of Khan. Okay, so manage ships, and I have 2 active ship slots. Okay, I can open this. Let's go with a different random name. We'll go with the Philippine. That works. Here she is. 4 forward weapon slots, 4 aft weapon slots, your standard, standard ship equipment, a specific console, the Universal Enhanced Soliton Wave Generator. So +3 current and maximum shield subsystem power, not bad. Plus 0.83% critical severity with exotic damage. Exotic damage is stuff like certain science abilities. You can create things like quantum rifts or singularities and stuff like that that will cause damage to enemy ships, and that's what that boosts. And then it also has the Soliton Wave Generator. Oh, okay, nice. It's a area of effect. It has a pull effect, delayed radiation damage, and engine disable. It does 50 radiation damage every 0.5 seconds, 50% shield penetration to target. It does a pull, which increases over duration and target distance to target, -15 engine power setting for 15 seconds. So it shuts their engines down to where they can't get out of the area of effect. And also, when I activated it, it adds +15 to my engine power setting. On expiration, to target, 2,250 radiation damage, +150 repel, so it'll shove the target away. Target engines offline for 5 seconds, +300% turn rate strength for 8 seconds, +200% flight speed strength for 8 seconds, +100 inertia for 8 seconds. So I'm wondering if that actually improves my turn rate or if it negatively impacts the enemy's turn rate. We'll have to see. And there are exotic particle generators. I think those are specific consoles that were part of other Rysian ships that were prior years' reward vessels. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have all 3 components to complete that, but it does. If you had all 3, it would actually have quite an impact on the way the ship operates. Let's go ahead and ready the ship up. It's going to move a lot of my stuff over to it. Oh, and before I forget, every time you get a new ship, you have to reset your stations. Basically reassign where your people are going to sit, or your crew members. So let's take a look here. This has a Lieutenant Commander Universal Temporal Ops Station. So I can stick any kind of crew member in here. They can also use their temporal abilities if they have any. So let's see. So Teper actually has some temporal abilities. This is a Commander Engineering. For that, we're going to go ahead with Scavrin, because he is all engineering abilities. For Science, I am going to put Temet. And for Tactical, we will go with Korak Rax. He is my Jem'Hadar crew member. I'm using him because I'm using mainly beam weapons, and he has 2 beam-specific abilities. And one final engineering station, we will put Jaces in there. She allows me to push power to weapons. I got a bunch of bridge officer candidates, but no bridge officer open slots. Alright, let's go ahead and beam back to the ship. And here she is. Looks like a luxury cruiser. It's basically because that's what it is. Let's go ahead and get away from Earth space dock, though. We'll fly out a little bit this way so we don't get stuck too close to the station. Oh, you know what? You can see these little greeblies on the side here. These are from a console that I have that I use it because it's complementary to another weapon, but I don't like that it adds those, so I can just go ahead and disable the visuals, and there the outside of my ship is clean. Alright, let's go ahead and stop. So again, not a bad looking ship, even with the disco shields that the temporal set gives. It actually looks really good on this ship. Okay, now I've got all of my skills back out on my rather large skill tray. And yeah, I mean, like, I will use almost every single one of these in combat. On the first row, I've got my combat ones. These are the skills that I use most frequently in combat. Got a couple of attack skills here, and then hull repair and shield repair. These are boosts, or different types of buffs or debuffs. And then the third and fourth row are some of my special abilities from either specific pieces of equipment or items that you pick up throughout the rest of the game. Again, she's not a bad looking ship though. I do like the lines of this ship. So I wonder if there's a place around where I might be able to do some quick combat just to see what she's like, how quickly she turns, things like that. It's not going to take us very long to get where we're going. She's slightly slower, but not that bad. These are my power levels. This determines which subsystem gets the most power. You've got weapons, shields, engines, and auxiliary. So this is my auxiliary power. If I want to move auxiliary power to shields or auxiliary power to weapons, it's going to pull it from here and then pop it in one of these 2 sliders. Is there no patrol mission here? I know there's one at the BIA system. I always did like the look of the temporal agent shield. The temporal agent deflector dish is what gives me the sparklies out the front of the ship, and the shield is what gives me like the neon glow in certain areas. Let's see if this is a combat one. If it's not a combat one, we'll back out of it. I just want to see how the ship handles getting into a fight, like what its turn radius is. I'm not expecting anything too different from some of the other stuff that I have. She seems more like a battlecruiser type ship than a regular cruiser, so it's going to be a little bit better on turning. I wonder if this is even going to load. I've been having problems getting into some patrol missions lately. I've been getting kicked out of the game for it not responding. And if that happens, well, that'll be where we end the video. Okay, well, what I thought was going to happen happened. You can see here that the connection to the server has timed out. Please try again later. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the video for today. I just wanted to go ahead and complete the event, the summer event on Risa. I didn't want to miss the ship. I'm glad I went ahead and completed it today. I only had about 3 or 4 days left to finish it off. I'm not always the best at remembering to go do it. So the fact that I remembered to log in to Star Trek Online for 20 days, and they weren't exactly consecutive. You know, I didn't log in at all over this past weekend. But the fact that I remembered to log in and do this event at least 20 times in order to get the new ship, it's better than I've done for a while, because before logging in for the Risa event, I don't think I'd really played Star Trek Online in well over 2 years. I take breaks from these games periodically. You know, I'll focus solely on one for a while, and right now it's Star Wars The Old Republic. Before that, it was Star Trek Online. I was playing it consistently every day. And I had seen the story with all of the characters, so there was nothing else left really for me to do on a day-to-day basis. So I just took a break from the game for a while. I'll probably come back to it again every once in a while to continue advancing with Thrawn, and I'll record those so you can see along with me as we go through the main storyline, the Iconian War. I don't even know the problems in the Delta Quadrant. There's new stuff with the Romulans. Well, newer stuff with the Romulans. You know, it's not new stuff anymore. This game is kind of old now. That seems to be my thing, playing old games. But anyway, thanks for sticking with me, everybody. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button for me. You can leave a comment if you want. I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys. Feel free to subscribe. I do a couple of videos each week. If I get the opportunity to play anything tomorrow, I will be logging into Star Wars The Old Republic. I am on to the next section of the Jedi Guardian storyline there. So if you like that series, I'll be back on to complete or to advance that some more again the next time I come on. I'll be back this Sunday for another installment of Sith Empire Sunday. Maybe we'll do some additional Star Trek Online at that point with Thrawn, advance him some more. So until next time, everybody, live long and prosper.